This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you. Give this kid a break.
Yeah. You buy him an outfit.
Yeah, man.
Especially, he's looking at it right now. You want to help me so goddamn much. Give me some new clothes, bitch. He's talking about, we got a connection. Connect me with some clothes. With some new threads.
Shit, connect me with some food. Goddamn, mother. You're not going to eat all that. Let me have some.
Connect me with a Happy Meal.
Goddamn, I'll take the asshole if you want to give it to me. Shit, please.
The skunk asshole.
Yeah. Hey everybody, Double Toasted Live on tour is heading to Los Angeles, California, November 5th. We're going to be at the Miracle Room, and we had such an amazing show in New York, had such a great experience. I want to thank everybody for that, but we can't wait to bring the same experience to you over in the lovely city of Los Angeles. So go to x1entertainment.com and get your tickets today. VIP and super VIP tickets are available, so get them now. But we're not just stopping there. Hey, as I said, this is a tour. So also catch us in Chicago, Miami, Orlando, and Dallas, Texas. Again, go to x1entertainment.com and get your tickets today, and we'll see you at a city near you. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. All right, y'all. Again, welcome to the movie review extravaganza this evening. We were supposed to be doing the Mad Movie Roast for the weekly Roast and Toast, but things had to be switched around, so here we are. Let me make sure I got everything cut down over here. I'm not being interrupted by the yeah.
Can't be getting interrupted.
No, can't be getting interrupted by that. Now we're going to talk about this movie that I saw earlier today. One of the movies that kind of pushed me back today. Was it worth it? The movie I'm talking about is Antlers, or some people like to call Antlers out there. This is a horror movie. Some of you might have seen the trailer for it. Some of you are looking forward to it because you like horror movies. But it's not just a horror movie. Y'all see that? Y'all see that Fox Searchlight Pictures? It ain't like 20th Century Fox or 20th Century Pictures now, where they do all that superhero shit and all that funny business. No, when you working with Fox Searchlight,
it's an art.
That's art.
Yes.
It might be horror, but it's art. Yes, people, this is a horror movie that aims high. This is a horror movie that tries to tackle a lot of messages. Poverty, child abuse, sexual abuse. The monster's like, damn, I don't need to be here, man.
Right,
This shit sounds like it's horrible enough.
I ain't kind of shit.
Exactly. Y'all do. Hey, monsters like, y'all need me around. You're doing well on your own.
Yeah.
Things are nice and horrible without me.
Right, y'all need to get y'all shit together.
Yeah, y'all got it.
Y'all need Jesus.
I'll be, because you need Jesus because you don't need me.
You're right.
Poverty, child abuse, sexual abuse. And oh yeah, as if that wasn't enough, I told you they aim high. Oh yeah, the environment.
Oh boy.
Environmental message. Oh shit. Man done pissed off nature again.
That's what happens.
And then we gonna turn around and call her a bitch when it's us that did it, man. That's what you say. That's what happens.
That's how it goes.
What did y'all say to Mother Nature this time? She is pissed off. She is mad. Mother Nature don't like what we are doing, man.
Nope.
And yet, it still does a lot of dumb things. Man.
I was
Trying to
gonna
be
ask,
so
yeah.
smart,
Yeah.
it still does a lot of dumb things.
When they get that nature message in there, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
It gets heavy-handed.
Yeah, man. As if it wasn't, you couldn't stop at sexual child abuse and all.
Nah.
Man, we got to save the planet too.
Little dash of environmental shit in there.
Save the children, save the planet.
Right.
Drink your milk, stay in school. It's like that weed dealer that you know of that's really smart.
Oh, and philosophizing.
Always dropping some knowledge. You are like, damn, that's good. But always doing some dumb shit, man. Ain't got a job yet, you know.
He's over there dropping some heavy shit on you. Like, and this is how it goes, man. Just so you know. All of a sudden his lights get cut off.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's what I'm talking about.
Why you pay your goddamn bill, man?
Yeah, the dude is he's got potential, dropping knowledge, but always doing dumb shit. Dumb shit is always happening. It's like, man, you know what? You got the potential.
Right.
At least meet up to your potential. You're a smart guy. And that's kind of what this movie is like, man. The reason why is because it's trying to walk the fine line between an art house movie and also a mainstream horror flick. So does it work as both? Does this work as both a mainstream horror movie and a deep philosophical art house movie? Can it actually work as both? Does it have that balance? And can it still please both crowds and everybody or anybody in between? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for Antlers.
It's a diabolical spirit.
Excuse me, this is a myth.
For you, yeah.
White man.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, all right, go ahead. Don't believe me.
He needs me.
Well, that creature gonna have a good meal if you get a hold of Jesse.
I'm telling you, well, goddamn, man. I was just looking at that. It's like, they shot that brother on the side. I was like, yikes.
I ain't even trying to.
No.
I'm not even trying to make fun of. But do you remember when they did El Camino, that sequel to Breaking Bad? They did flashbacks.
Yeah.
And Creepy Ty was that big. He was supposed to be a teenager.
It was like, come on, man.
Like, wait a minute. No.
And Breaking Bad didn't end that long ago to where I'm like, I remember how skinny he was in that show.
Hell yeah.
So you just a flashback.
Okay, before I answer any questions about this, I will say, you know what? If you're an art house horror person, this is a perfect double feature for you. This works perfectly as a double feature with Lamb.
That cat always gives me
that cat is like, really, y'all gonna keep this shit?
Yeah, right. The cat's like, all right, motherfucker.
Y'all know what this is? That's the movie with the lamb. That's a little the mutant little girl lamb movie.
The hybrid.
The hybrid. There you go. The hybrid mutant sheep movie. The hybrid mutant lamb movie over there. This shit works perfectly almost as a companion piece with that. You could almost walk out of the ending of Lamb and walk into this movie, and they would almost they would almost be like those two, like Antlers picks up right after this in a way. Right. Almost.
I was gonna say
almost in a way
because we both seen Lamb. I'm like, I don't know.
They both got mutated animals that you can eat.
Okay.
Unless they eat you first.
Right.
Yeah, man. Now to answer your question, I asked you a little while ago: does this work as a horror movie for the mainstream and also an art house movie for the art house audience out there? And the answer actually is yes. Yes, it does. This is something where the art house in this doesn't mean that it's pretentious or boring or anything. I'll tell you where the art house comes in with this because, like I said, this movie has high aspirations. But the plot here is set up very much like a B movie or a B monster flick, where you got these guys, they go into a mine, fucking around, doing something they shouldn't do, and they unleash something, and that thing is starting, it has an appetite, whatever it is, and it's starting to wreak havoc on the town by eating people. Like any good old-fashioned B-movie horror flick does.
Right.
The difference here is that where normally the whole city is trying to stop this creature because the creature's eating everything in its path, for some reason, it doesn't eat this little boy named Lucas. And I'm not going to tell you why. You have to see the movie for yourself. But not only does Lucas befriends this creature, but Lucas has to go out and find food for it. Because that thing, whatever it is locked in a room and it stays hungry. So poor Lucas right here, in between going to school, in between doing his homework, now he's got to go out and kill things and bring this home for this creature to eat.
Like he doesn't look creepy enough, Lucas.
No. Why you think they're friends?
Yeah, I was gonna say, he looks like a human glass of milk with a wig on. That's why they're friends, he said.
Now, in between that, you have Kerry Russell, who plays a teacher, who has her own troubled past right here. Between this dude having to go out and find animals for this creature to eat, and her having some mysterious background that has caused her to want to drink sometimes, caused some strife between her brother, played by Jesse Plemons. She connects with this kid, and they bond over this troubled past that they have. What could a woman who has family problems from her past, what could she have in common with a kid who's in friendship with a giant man-eating creature? Well,
Well, when you put it like that.
when you put it like that, you'd be surprised how you can have that in common. You know, like I said, man, the art house stuff here falls with the character. You know, they have these characters are what are bringing in this issue of sexual assault, but also you have, in addition to sexual assault, child abuse, and climate change or environmental damage. It also tries to go in and tackle like poverty and neglect.
Okay.
The forgotten people who are out there who.
With the indigenous?
No, not no.
No.
Oh no, the poor white people.
Okay, no. Well, in that case,
Poor white people who have what do you call that? What was Trump always talking about, that epidemic that they got right now, where the opioid epidemic. You know, small town poverty and those forgotten few that society chooses to overlook. It sounds very heavy-handed. In a way, it could even sound pretty goddamn pretentious. I understand that. But I'm going to tell you the story of overlooked poverty and neglect actually weaves in pretty well with the story of sexual abuse. And like I said, that's how the characters connect. Watching those performances and not making it all about the creature all the time that's just going around eating people. A lot of time is spent on characters. A lot of time is spent on trying to figure out what is going on with these people. Like I say, Kerry Russell, and they do it slow too, man. That's kind of cool because it sets them. You know, the movie's very moody.
Okay.
So that also sets a mood right there, trying to figure out what is going on with these characters. It goes very well with the tone and the mood that they got going on here. You know, the kid that plays Lucas. Now, this kid is, I gotta tell you, man, this creepy little bastard right here. He is.
Yeah.
He's actually pretty good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that is Jeremy T. Thomas, man, that plays Lucas. You know, it's real tragic what's going on with him, because they make him the victor and caregiver and breadwinner all in the same one, wow. Man. His scrawny little ass. Look like he ain't ate shit in weeks.
Right.
He out there trying to feed a creature that's 10 times bigger than him, man.
Right.
I feel sorry for his ass. Like, you can look at his little ass and tell he's malnourished.
Right.
He ain't eating nothing, man. He barely can eat a piece of fruit. And out there trying to sit up there and hunt shit like a caveman for this creature that he got in the house. It sounds funny, but you feel bad for him, man. Like this,
like a caveman.
Like this fool kills a skunk and he's looking at it like, I sure could eat that. But
yeah.
But he takes it home to that creature, man.
Well, maybe he'll leave me the tail.
Yeah,
not again, huh? All right.
Got his ass out there. His little ass is out there picking up roadkill, man.
Oh, he took a feed the monster?
He's looking at roadkill and looking at creatures that were killed by other animals and just picking up scraps to take it home to. I felt real bad. I was like, that the creatures. I was angry. I wasn't as much scared as I was angry at that creature. I was like, why are you putting all this pressure, this pressure and this responsibility on this little boy? How old you think he is?
I don't know, 11, 10.
He's 18. No, no, in the movie he's 12.
He's 35. Yeah. The only reason I up-aged it is just because I think I figured that's what they're trying to do.
But if you didn't know, you think he was like eight or 9 years old. He might actually be 8 or 9 in real life. I forgot to look how old he was, but in the movie, like they do a good job. Like he's in a classroom and he's the scrawniest one in class, man.
Yeah, I saw his classmates. That's why too.
Yeah, they do a great job. They do a great job at making you feel really bad for this kid, man. You know, they show you what the kid has no friends, and gradually the kid is just going back to school. Like at first it's like, look at your ass wearing them goddamn Kmart clothes you got.
Right.
And then after that, it's not just that it's not name brand anymore. The shit is all dirty.
No.
Then he keeps going back. His clothes have holes in them. I mean, it's like, man, give this kid a break.
Yeah. You buy him an outfit.
Yeah, man.
Especially, he's looking at it right now. You want to help me so goddamn much? Give me some new clothes, bitch. He's talking about, we got a connection. Connect me with some clothes. Yeah. With some new threads.
Shit, connect me with some food. Goddamn, mother. You're not gonna eat all that. Let me have some.
Connect me with a Happy Meal.
Damn, I'll take the asshole if you want to give it to me. Shit, please.
The skunk asshole.
Yeah, and that's a skunk.
Yeah, I'm fucking starving.
I would literally take the ass end of a meal right now. Please. Sitting in class drawing creepy ass pictures and shit.
Oh, you ain't like you don't hear me. Okay.
Yeah, there's somebody said that creature got that kid in child labor, man.
I know.
That kid is the man of the house.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
There's a really great scene, man, where I'm talking about the closeness that he builds with Kerry Russell's character. She plays a teacher named Julia, a sixth grade teacher named Julia. There's a really good scene between her and Lucas where they have ice cream, man, and that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of character that they try to build over time with this movie, and that's cool that they do that. I always think that, look, if you're gonna make a slasher movie or a monster flick where the whole thing is just to go out and kill people, that's awesome, man. But it's and I love that. But what
fun.
usually makes a horror movie rise above the typical or average horror movie is that they don't build on the creature first. They actually build all the characters around the creature first, and then center on that.
Otherwise, it's just meat for the grinder.
Exactly. So that's what they do here, man. Lots of gore. Lots of gore in this movie, man.
Look like in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
That monster tore that one dude up.
Man,
there wasn't nothing left.
That monster's eating flesh like pulled pork, man. Because you know how because the creature just eats very feral, man. I mean, it don't just chomp ahead like before it kills you. It makes sure it gets all the fleshy parts while you're still alive.
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, man. So don't get me wrong. There's tons of blood and gore and violence in this. If that's what you're going there for, and it's just not one group either. It's anywhere from raccoons to bears to grown ass man. I get it, man. There were times when just the dead bodies was shocking enough. There's so many dead bodies. Like we spend so much time looking down at dead bodies like we're the ones doing autopsies here, man.
Yeah.
They actually show how, and they describe it like this creature, the way it kills. Whoever's doing the design or the effects for all the dead bodies here, like they go through and they actually show you how this animal, well, not show you, but you can see the wounds where this animal
Where he fed on them.
has tore them apart, where it has mauled them. Like you see the teeth marks on one part, you see the claw marks on the face, and you see how it was torn apart. Like they took very special attention to, like I wanted these people have PTSD because they would actually have to look at real, like pictures of real maulings.
Sure.
To see how that was done.
Yeah, to be that accurate about it.
Gore is one thing when you just want to see a kill, but the attention to detail that went into making these bodies, it was actually, that was pretty respectful, man.
Yeah.
The creature design in this is pretty awesome. The reason why is because the producer on this, you had a couple of producers that you might be familiar with.
Your boy.
David S. Gore for one, but then, hey, my monsters, hey, Guillermo del Toro, man.
Yeah. Who apparently just finished a coke binge.
Yeah.
Like somebody behind me, man.
This fool, that's not a picture. That's him at home.
Yeah, exactly. That's not him at some wax museum. That's in his hallway.
That's him on his way to go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Or to go take a shit or something. That's him on his way to the bathroom. He got reading material.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Just an aside. So Guillermo del Toro, I think he had a hand in designing this creature, and this man loves his monsters, man. There's so many interviews where I love monsters. I love my monsters.
Get the shit out of me.
Oh, I just got you hanging out with some monsters. They're awesome. And we were at his house one time, Martin and I, and we were in his attic. And now I know you think, what the f*** you doing in his house? It's not like we broke in or some shit.
Yeah, I know.
And his house looked just like that. Running from ghosts and shit. But no, the reason why we were at Guillermo del Toro's house, I'm not going to go through the whole details. He had an assistant here in town. His assistant held some kind of thing where some auditions for something. It wasn't even auditions. They were going to make a show. And he said, we just need an audience there. And we were at his house. And Martin and I went around roaming where we shouldn't have.
Yeah, I was going to say, y'all going through people's shit.
Yeah, seriously. I'll be honest with you. Martin and I, when Guillermo del Toro lived in town, we went through his house and walked in places we shouldn't have. And we went to a room because it was a cool ass house.
Yeah, sure.
And so we couldn't help it. Like you start looking, you just keep walking and walking, and then we went to one room and that shit was dark. it was like this. It was
door
like
slammed behind you.
it was dark, and we called the light. It was like,
What you doing?
can I help you, gentlemen?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't even there, but he had shit like that, like mummies and Frankensteins and shit in his house.
I'm surprised the door didn't slam behind you. Yeah. Locked.
So yeah, man, we went around his house, and so this guy loves his creatures, man, and it shows in this creature design that he has here. What I like about the creature design is that it's never put in full light. It's either in silhouette, you see an arm, or it's lit to where you can't see all the details. You see all the details on all the dead bodies and whatnot, but for the creature, they keep the creature just always just kind of in a shadowy, in a shadowy lit area, so you cannot see the complete creature. And it does that because I think they always want to keep you guessing what it looks like.
Sure.
You see it out there. Don't get me wrong. You see the full creature, but the way it's lit in shadow a lot of times. Thought that was cool, man.
That's always scarier too.
Yeah, man.
Because when you watch a horror film like that, when they show it, you're like, all right, I get it now.
Yeah,
and then they keep showing it, and you've already seen it. You're not really scared anymore. But like when they keep showing it in shadow, and they always have silhouette, your mind goes all these different places.
There's a transformation that happens, so it keeps you wondering what's going on with it. What is this thing? What is it turning into? Some freaky shit that happens in one of these transformations here, and they don't show you too much. They show you just enough to say, what the was that? And it's a slow reveal for the creature too. Each time it's starting to change. Not only do you not see all of the creature at one time, but it's a slow build between all these different stages of whatever the hell this thing is, and all that just with your mind, man.
Yeah, sure.
It gets continuously freaky. Now, having said all that, because I do like this movie, man, I think it's very cool. I think they actually, like I said, it's ambitious, and a lot of times it reaches those levels that it's trying to reach, and they already they are a stretch almost, and it's working. So why the hell are y'all gonna come in here and do all the dumb shit that we see in horror movies all the time? We're talking about them dumb horror movie tropes is the word people love to use, man. Like they do shit
like going through people's shit. But that's always one of the ones I can't stand when they start exploring, and it's like, nobody does that. You're not supposed to be in that room,
I can't. You know what? I'm saying dumb movie tropes, and I did exactly what one of the characters did in this movie that I criticized for. I even have it written down here. Why are you wandering through somebody's house that you shouldn't be doing? That you shouldn't be wandering through, and you see a bunch of scary shit. Okay, guilty. I die. All right, but so I speak from experience. But there are moments here. Well, in this movie, it's like, why are you walking through this house when you smell death? Flies buzzing. You're not supposed to be in there anyway. Right. It's like the moment you walked in and there's death, the stench of death in the air, and you hear, there's a dead body in there.
Right. Something's dead in there. You don't want to be near it.
And you don't want to be near it. Another thing here, man, is, in this, someone hears a sound. And what do? Instead of like getting out there, click on that flashlight.
Investigate.
Got to see what's happening.
Right.
Oh shit, on the case. And it's always like whenever you going where you're not supposed to, you sit up there looking for the longest time. It's dead quiet, and you never hear this big ass 10-foot creature run up on your ass behind you.
Run up on your ass.
You never hear. It's like the monster's like doom, 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 doom,
What is that?
Man. And here's another one right here. Look, I know that. So maybe this is actually kind of tied into the lore of what's happening here. So I ain't gonna say too much, but it is one of those things where hey, listen, if you're in a town, especially near a wooded area, and shit goes down, people start missing, go talk to the local Native American.
Oh, I knew that. I saw it in the trailer. I was like, they hired one of two Native Americans you always see, either him or Wes Studi.
Oh, yes. And it's all, yeah.
Yep.
Him, if you can get him, because he's old and wise.
Yeah.
If there's a Native American nearby, he got all the answers, man.
All the answers.
That's another thing with this, man. So the origins of whatever's happening here is, as I told you, it's in the mines. Like, not mind as like coal mines. here. You know, this is where the big environmental message comes in with this. You know,
in the mines, M-I-N-E.
M-I-N-E-S. Yeah. So, you know, looking at this, I'm like, okay, you mean to tell me that these people have been mining coal for years? They done been down to all the depths of these tunnels and everything, and ain't nobody been snatched since then. Ain't nobody seen no goddamn creature running around. Ain't nobody even like caught a glimpse or heard a crazy noise. All of a sudden on this one day, this happens here. Or maybe it's an annual thing. I don't know.
Or every 10 years, maybe it's like it.
Yeah, like every 10 years. Want to say, yeah, it's an annual thing. So maybe that's it. So you know, I'm not gonna nitpick on that, man. Listen, it's ambitious to say something in a movie to make it rise above the horror here, and a lot of people don't always succeed at that. They always try to, you know, take on too much, or it misses its mark, or it starts out strong and just loses itself because it wants to become a horror movie. And that's this kind of slips into that, man. Like I said, you know, we start getting into these tropes. Really, it's the dumbass character trope that I hate. Okay. Sneaking off by yourself and all that kind of stuff. You know, and they did, and the reason why, and this is why I don't like what they did in Halloween. I really don't like what they did with it here. You know, it's one thing to say people are dumb, and that reflects real life, because yes, people are very much dumb in real life.
Sure.
But like I was talking to Carlos about Halloween, and I didn't say it to him at the time, because I think we just stopped talking about it, because I don't care because I liked Halloween. I didn't care, but I thought the writing was lazy. Why? Because every person there in that movie was dumb. The latest Halloween Kills, every person in that movie was dumb, and it got to a point where almost Michael Myers was the hero, because all these people are so dumb. In my opinion, they deserve to die. So yeah, man, it's fun to watch if you just want to watch for the kills, but that's why they were dumb. They were dumb just to set up a cool kill.
Sure.
And that's what they did here, man. You know, they got to the point where we need to see some cool kills, and so we just set these characters up to be stupid. And for Halloween, that's a little bit passable, because that's a straight up slasher movie, but still it's lazy writing just to make people dumber than usual, just so we can kill them easy. But for this movie, it really stands out because this is a smarter level of film, and we shouldn't just be, you know, the tropes we can still have there. People can go off by themselves, but can you write that a little bit smarter so it just doesn't seem like we're just setting this up so we can look at somebody get gorged? Jesse Plemons, man. Jesse Plemons is that guy's he's becoming Jesse Plemons in everything that he's in. But I like him. What do you
mean by that?
Well, because, you know, Jesse Plemons has, like a lot of people, I mean, and that's not bad, because Denzel Washington is usually Denzel Washington when he's in a movie, you know. Jesse Plemons, we're starting to see him in a lot of things now, and he's still Jesse Plemons. But I guess his performance stands out in that he has this real subtle relationship with his sister, and you know, their exchanges in like small little exchanges, small little bits of information. So it worked that way. They're good characters, you know, and they it looks like their story is going somewhere, but it doesn't. It's mostly about trying to set this woman up to connect to the kid. That's the only thing I wish that they just expanded it just a little bit more, because there's a really cool story going on between him and his sister. But you know, they kind of dropped that quick to become the monster movie. Yeah, man, you know, I like the film. I did, man. I do believe for the most part, I'm telling you now how they have, you know, they got all the gore in there. They got the horror in there. And you know, that stuff is there for the horror fans who are very, very mainstream horror fans. But I don't think you'll be thrown off by all the character development and all the art house stuff that they're doing here. I don't think that's going to throw you off at all. And by the time we get to the third act, when we're talking about my complaints, that's going by pretty quickly. So I don't think it's going to, you know, this movie works better than it doesn't. It just feels rushed near the end. That's about it. But man, no, it's it was very, for the most part, it was also very well written. You know, it's a very heartbreaking film when it's done, man. You know, at the end we have a big climax with the creature, and it's not one of those climaxes where, oh my God, we killed the creature and saved the day, hurrah! It's one of those few movies where the ending is horrifying and very tragic at the same time, man. I won't tell you why. It really does have an ending where I'm not gonna say I teared up and cried, but I was like, oh man, never had a chance. Oh, you know. Yeah, it's an ending that really does work, except for the part afterwards. It's like the end, or is it? You know, that shit right there. But yeah, man, if you want me to get right down to it and give it the and just one more thing here. I told you the way the movie's filmed, it's a lot of great mood in here. It's it's one of those movies that's perfect for Halloween because everything is lending itself to the setting of the mood. The lighting in the creepy houses.
I do like the lighting. I see that.
The lighting. That kid lives in a house, and there's a good excuse for making that house as creepy as it is, man. So, we get the haunted house feel, but there's a good reason for that. But just the whole town is shrouded in gray, man. I think this is in Oregon. The whole town is shrouded in gray. It's always, it's a very depressing season that they're in. It's cloudy. It's rainy all the time. It's a movie that actually it fits Halloween, the mood of Halloween, very well. It's a depressing kind of Halloween movie, but it fits Halloween very well. So if you're watching this, there's a reason why they're releasing this near Halloween, and it works, man. So if you're looking for something, here's the perfect way to put it, man. If you're looking for something to watch for Halloween at the theater, and you've already seen Halloween Kills, or you don't want to see Halloween Kills because you want something just a little more, I guess you want something a little more deep. You want something a little more art house. This is the perfect thing for you. And for all those horror fans who have seen Halloween Kills, well, I think this is an extra bonus right here for you to have. Matinee is my rating right here. Yes.
Straight matinee?
Straight up matinee, man. Yeah, straight up matinee. Matinee. Some of y'all can probably figure out what's going on with this, but straight up matinee. Enjoyed it. Like I said, watch it. You know what? Here's what you do, man. Start watching Lamb.
You got to finish Lamb, though.
Watch Lamb and then go into this, and then end it off with Halloween Kills, where first you're killing sheep, then you're killing deer, and then just work your way up to the main course of human beings.
Right. Human flesh.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no, Lamb wasn't even as long as you might think. As people might think. As one might think, I should say.
No. Lamb is actually just an hour and 40 minutes?
Yes, I'm saying it's pretty short, but it feels long. Not to get into talking about Lamb, but it just feels, some parts feel longer because they do drag some stuff out.
Yeah. If you watch this,
and you're waiting for something to happen, like you're on the edge of your seat.
If you watch Lamb and then watch Antlers and then watch Halloween Kills, it's like you have it's almost like you have like a full course meal. You get your lamb appetizers over there. Get some deer sliders. And then Michael Myers is serving up the main course of human arms and legs, man.
He's ahead.
Yeah, man. There you go. It's a full meal deal.
That's right. A spook fest.